I have developed a raging pet peeve. Every time I look up, there's a video. Is it okay for me to like Love in Deep Space? I'm 27. Is it okay for me to like Love in Deep Space? I'm 32. Is it okay for me to come to a K-pop concert? Is that okay? Is it okay for me to listen to K-pop in the privacy of my home? Is that okay? I'm 40. Is it okay for me to have a J-Hope photo card? Like, I want to continue my previous conversation about ageism. Y'all didn't quite watch that video because I brought up rap, but let me bring it to the K-pop space. Let me bring it to the manhwa space. Let me bring it to the Love and Deep space. Listen. Listen. We can talk about how these weird teenagers online push these ridiculous narratives. Ignore them. Their parents don't love them. We can talk about how men enforce these narratives onto women and enforce ageism and patriarchy. Okay, cool. I want to talk today about how women enforce and uphold ageism and weird, antiquated stereotypes and things. Not only are they putting the boot on their own neck, but also by constantly putting this into the zeitgeist, that it's strange for you as a 25-year-old to have a keychain on your purse. That is just so strange and just so wild that you, the same age as an idol, would go to their concert. Wow. That you, as a grown woman, would partake in some music that obviously transcends race and culture and language. So of course it couldn't transcend age. Of course. Like, what? Now, mind you, these K-pop groups are like bending it, popping it, twisting it, grinding all on the floor. You're like, I think K-pop's just for kids. Like, you have adult money and free will. Honestly, fandom in general has always been, in so many ways, catered to adults because we're the ones with the money. What are we like? What are we talking about? 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 Like, y'all with your grown woman adult money can book that flight. You have free will. You with your grown woman adult money can buy that album. Like, what? Like, it's kind of strange to me. It's getting weird to continue to like put that narrative out there that like, oh, you're too old to do this, too old to have a hobby, too old to have a smile on your face, too old to learn some lyrics, too old to have any, like, where are y'all getting this from? Relax. It is literally okay for you to have a good time. It's okay for you to have hobbies. It's okay for you to love diverse music. Like, nope. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of young people in like the hip hop genre, hip hop rap, right? Listening. Those are the ones doing the performative streaming and all the other stuff. Got it. But I just don't see this narrative in other spaces. 1 minute, the girlies are talking about how they're spending hundreds or thousands of dollars on Love and Deep Space. Please don't overspend on Love and Deep Space. Don't. But it's crazy how we could be having that conversation and then at the same time somebody will just come in and like scream out, be like, I don't know. Am I too old? I'm not a teenager. Can I play that? Like, yes. What? Didn't most of us get into it because all of these viral clips that looked like it may be a little spicy, right? So why wouldn't you feel welcomed? As well as in the BL manhwa space, we'll be just giggling, talking. Oh, have you read Honey Trouble? Oh, what about this? What about that? And then somebody, some lady will just scream, well, I'm 32. I don't know if I should be reading this. You're grown. Like, it's fine. First of all, he's clapping his cheek. Like, what are you talking? Girl, this is internal. This is a intervention. This is a intervention video. Okay? Girl, stand up. You're dragging it. It is okay for you to have it. It's okay. Jesus. And by y'all continuously pushing this narrative and having this fear and having this phobia and feeling these restrictions upon yourself and projecting it outwards and just like constantly not fully accepting yourself and working on your confidence and your happiness and be unapologetic about the things that you love. As long as you're not causing harm to someone and you're not doing something destructive, you're not doing something illegal, you're not spending to the point where you're in debt, whatever, right? Girl, what? Like, literally, what is the problem? What is the issue? What, like, why did you think that there was going to be an age limit at the cup sleeve? Why? No, seriously, why did you think that ATs would have a problem with you listening to their music? They're grown. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Where are y'all getting this from? Why is this consistently a constant narrative that's being pushed? Why do you need someone's validation for something that makes you happy? Why are you constantly seeking that? If you want to build community within these fandoms and be like, okay, we're gonna have a 40s club, cool, do it. Like, literally do it right now. Like, there are other grown people, like there are other veterans in this space. I understand that. There's other, you know, Black women in this space I can click up with. Like, whatever type of person that you are represented in each fandom. They may not be like the most forward facing or the loudest ones or the ones consistently making content, right? Okay, then either step in and fill that void or just find and create your own community. Like, but to feel constantly unwelcomed in places that have honestly no type of there is no gate. You can't be gate kept out of it because there's no gate. Where is the gate? Who said you cannot? In the K-pop space, I could somewhat understand because we watch these groups start from so young, but they're in our age range actively, and y'all are like, I don't know, I might be too old. And it's so crazy to me how these two conversations can be happening at the same time, where people are like, oh, I don't know if I'll be able to bring my parents there. I don't know if I'll be able to bring such and such there because they're cutting up on stage and they're so wild and it's so spicy. And then at the same time, there'll be people using that sound over and over again. Is it okay for me to be here? Is it okay? Is it okay for me to go to the concert even though I'm plus size? Girl, yeah. What type of question? Girl, yes. Yes. God, what is frustrating me is why did you even think that you wouldn't be allowed or that you don't deserve to take up space? Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Would it be okay? Would I be allowed to go at the ripe age of 36? Like, girl, what is going on? What is going on? And mind you, I'm looking at the lyrics. And on top of that, in general, we need more adults and people with a developed frontal cortex and some common sense in fandom spaces anyway. I think it's a loud minority of young, uncouth people that y'all have decided to assume is the representation of the entire fandoms of a lot of these different things, and that's severely not the case. Like, there is some corporate girly, which I'm thinking about somebody already. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about 3 people. There are corporate girlies in this space. One of my favorite 18s in the whole entire world is literally a doctor. What are y'all talking about? You're too old to like K-pop. Why do you keep pushing this narrative? I'm gonna keep putting the ball in your court, and I'm asking you, why do you keep pushing this narrative? Why do you feel like you don't deserve to have a good time? Why do you think music, like Spotify, is gonna tell you to enter your name and now you're no longer gonna have access to NCT? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? They are literally going into the military right now because they're turning 30, but you being 30 as a woman is illegal. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Think. 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 But in conclusion, just like I was saying in my last video, the same type misogynistic or like ageist things that you say, it also boomerangs back on you. And that's kind of what I was trying to think about, like rewiring the brain, rewiring that self-talk, trying to control, identify, and eliminate those projections onto other women, right? And then also onto yourself. As I think about growing and developing and aging, I'm like, I should be making more money, should be smarter, should be wiser, should be having more fun, should be even more fearless, right? That's the way I'm looking at it. So it's like weird to me whenever I see people feeling so defeated and deflated and frustrated. And it's funny because I just watched a video. It was kind of referencing the same conversation about the whole, oh, if you're a foreigner and you're ugly, you'll never make it in Korea and they'll never like you, and the beauty standard conversation that the girl started on TikTok. And this black girl or mixed girl came on and she was like, you know, black women, we just understand that we're never really like fitting these stereotypes and these boundaries and things like that. And we just realized like, F it, I'm gonna do me. Like, I'm just gonna be unapologetic. I'm gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna be unique. And I don't need your blessing or your approval. And I'm so happy that she said that because it just like really reminded me, maybe I'll put it in here. Exactly. Exactly. And this is why I have to like really limit those people who I ingest their content, where it's like a bunch of self-loathing and negative self-talk and things like that, because you forget that even though there's so many elements out here oppressing you as a woman or as a black woman, etc., also I write my own narrative. I'm in control of my own existence. I have my own free will. The bitches that get it, and the bitches that don't. Even if I did bend over backwards to fit other people's expectations of me, even if I did alter myself, I wouldn't be happy and I wouldn't attract people who would like me in a state of happiness, right? I've had contractors come into my house or visitors or whatnot. People love my house. Right. I get online and people are like, no, I can never have any photo cards. No man will ever want me. Girl, you must have some other issues. Why would he care? Why would you care about what a man thinks? That isn't Silas. Why are you letting all of these outside people control what you would be interested in or what you would be allowed to do, especially in your own space and in your own time? Even that girl was like, oh, I'm playing Love in Deep Space. Girl, nobody knew. Do you? It's fine. If you needed permission to go ahead and have fun and do what you want to, here, there's your permission. Do it. Like, girl, do it. It's so funny. It's like, I feel like that's more of a question about you having people around you who genuinely love you and accept you. I'm like, I got what, my ex bought me AT's tickets. Family has bought me albums. My mother strategically went to Barnes & Noble's to specifically get me Jaehyun. Okay, like I have a loving, supportive network of family and friends, and maybe that's my disconnect here. Okay, I will own that. I'm the problem. Like my friends that don't even know about K-pop will still watch my videos about K-pop because they're just happy to see me be happy. So now I'm wondering, whenever I see all these videos, is this just a case of not having real friends, real support system, right? And if that is the case, then that's even more reason for you to press the issue on doing what you love so you can actually find people who will adore you, cherish you, and accept you in so many other different ways and facets that you've been missing out on. If I didn't start talking about how much I love reading, if I didn't start talking about how much I love music, etc., I wouldn't have met some of the best friends that I've made in my entire life, right? But if I was sitting around like, oh my God, after 21, I can't have any fun anymore, I wouldn't be where I am now with so much more love and acceptance around me. So yeah, just think about how self-inflicted ageism is actively stifling you, is actively cock blocking you from having a good time, actively standing in the way of you making memories while this life is so short. You need to focus on, especially now, things that are bringing you joy. First of all, I actually want to talk about this anyway. I was thinking about how happy BM's concert was for me. You remember Connections ran BM of Cards concert, and it was 21 plus, and the vibes were immaculate. The vibes were absolutely immaculate. Everyone in line were just like, we were just instantly clicking up, having conversation, hitting it off. Everyone was so nice, so friendly. I got right in the front at the barricade at the top where I wanted. I was like, hey, I need to go and get some food, get some drink. People hold my spot for me. We got our liquor, we got our french fries, we're grown. He up there pouring water on himself, twerking, and we're just having the time of our lives. And it's okay to be an adult. It is. Sorry. It's literally okay. It's literally okay. It's okay to be an adult fangirl. Really, I highly recommend. If anything, the adult fangirls need it even more. We need the escapism. We need to see, men like Silas to just keep them standards high. Keep those standards high. We need third spaces and concert money. Like, it's okay. It's okay. You can use these things as motivation to help you get through how shitty it is to be an adult. It is. It's trash. But the good side of being an adult is being able to engage in some of these fandom spaces. So stop beating yourself up and constantly having these self-deprecating thoughts that you don't deserve to have fun or do the things that you love, because once you hit a certain age, you dry up like a raisin and keel over. Like, what are you talking about? What the hell are y'all talking about? Thank you so much for watching. I'm Sade. I appreciate you checking out my channel. Please leave a comment if you'd like. I hope this resonates with somebody. Share this with somebody and talk them off the ledge from making one of those videos. Please, let's stop this. Let's stop this epidemic. God. Matter of fact, I need to go and block that sound. Am I too old to be here? Oh my God. No, man. You know what? Hold on. In all of those videos, and I've seen way too many of them. I need to start blocking out. And all of those videos, I've never seen a man be like, am I too old? Am I too old to keep listening to Drake complaining about the strip club? Ooh, am I too old? Shouldn't I be married with kids by now? Am I too old? Am I too old to be rating this manhwa? Am I too old to still be trying to make everybody watch One Piece? Am I too old? Stop! Stop it! Stop it! Listen, I'm not judging. I'm just kind of judging. But yeah, I saw that Love and Deep Space video of somebody saying, am I too old to be playing this game? And I sent it to my best friend and I was like, girl, this kind of reminds me of that meme where the dude, he had a boot on his face. But whenever they zoomed out, it was his own hand inside of the boot, right? And he's like, oh, they're just oppressing me. They won't let me, and it's like, that's kind of like the vibe that I get from these videos a lot of the time. And I'm not even saying that they're being like malicious or they're wrong. I'm sure a lot of them are joking, but I still feel that way only because why is that? Why is this a thought? Why is it a thought? Like, no one can control what you're doing and what you're enjoying in the privacy of your own home. Like, we wouldn't have even known unless you told us, right? It's funny, but also just kind of sad thinking that so many people feel like, I don't know, can I do this? Can I enjoy this? Can I have this? Like, it makes me sad. Like, it makes me sad. And also, what frustrates me is it continues to plant the seed that, oh yeah, it is weird for you to enjoy this at a certain age. It is weird for you not to have it. There is supposed to be some random magical cutoff date where you're just supposed to age out of K-pop, because let's not act like a lot of these idols are not adults, because we have to vandalize them and stuff like that, right? So it's like, it's weird, these standards and structures that we put on ourselves. And also, you just need to ingratiate yourself into other fandoms and other places and interact with different types of people, because there's nobody telling a Star Wars fan that, like, wrap it up, ho, you're 50. Like, like, all you Marvel fans, 37 and you're still doing that. Like, it's like, who the cares? I still like watching Spider-Man run around in tights 20, 30, 50, 60, 70 years later. Like, that's fine. Do you. But I'm saying, why all of a sudden, whenever it comes to things that women like, whenever it comes to things that are Asian, all of a sudden, the cutoff is 18 years old. Why do you think that? Like, tell me. Why do you think that? Why is there such strict restrictions on what women can read? And a lot of y'all need to understand that y'all are the foot soldiers pushing a lot of censorship. Like, keep an eye on these laws that are coming down, and librarians being arrested and things like that, and books constantly being banned, and y'all crying and weeping and doing the most about how people shouldn't be allowed to read this type of manhwa, this type of manhwa, etc. Like, I'm side eye anybody who is pushing ageism narratives, and then also anybody who is like, well, people shouldn't read BL, or people shouldn't do this, or people shouldn't read people shouldn't read course, we shouldn't have any smut, and there shouldn't be this, and there's too much, there's too much dating stuff and risky stuff inside of Love and Deep Space. I'm a big girl, I can't read that. Like, read whatever you want, watch whatever you want, do whatever you want, but don't control or project that onto other people. Management. Thank you.